Hello, 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 hello. Very good morning, students. I am GC Rahul. So today's agenda is about how to create games using the Scratch. So let me introduce myself. So I will start with a slide first of all. Okay, I will enter the Scratch. Yeah. So we'll start the section after the agenda. So thank you all for visiting our channel in the YouTube, and yeah. So I have 5 years of experience in the IT industry, and also I have 2 years, I mean, associated with the MJIT, and I have trained lots of batches. So the today's agenda is about the Scratch. So first we will see what is Scratch, and then we will see how the Scratch works, and then after we will create some interesting games. So without further ado, I will start the Scratch. So here you can see this is the Scratch website. So I will explain what is Scratch and how the Scratch works, and then I will teach you how to create the games in the Scratch. So first of all, need to type the website Scratch in the Google. On the first page, it will show scratch.com. As you can see here, I will again show you. If you type Scratch or Scratch 2, both are same. Click on the first link, that is Scratch 2.0, and then it will open. And then first what we have to do, this is the home page of the Scratch. So home page, it consists of Scratch, create, explore, ideas, and all about a search button, all important things from the Scratch website. And also you can see, if you want to install the Scratch offline, you can install the Scratch offline also. Offline also, and you can choose the version which is related to you. So just a moment. uh, so you can choose whatever versions you can choose, and you can also install some of the packages. So if you see here, it shows for the Mac OS, and also for the Linux, Windows, or any other editor, you can do that. So first of all, we should start by typing here on the button create. Okay, now what we will do, so it starts creating a page for us, and then I will explain what are the things in the Scratch. So first of all, motion means movement of the character. It may go forward, backward, upwards, or downwards, or if you want to rotate the character, you can do that here itself. And then the looks, so it says if you want to display any messages to the user on the game, you can do that. And also there is something called sound, so when a character hits something, it should make some sound. Also when the character is touching something or catching anything, it should make the sound. And this is the another thing, that is events, where an event is happening. So something like that, when I press upward arrow, when I press the downward arrow, when I press the left arrow, when I press the right arrow, so these are called as the events. And also you can see the next one, that is controls, and here we can control the whole thing, writing the conditions. And next one is the sensors. Sensors means if you touch something, we feel something. If you pinch someone, they feel the pain. So in the same way, this is the sensing, and these are the operators. If you want to use the operators, you can use. And these are some of the variables. And if you want to have the scoring, or if you want to declare any variable, you can do that. And these are the my blocks, where you can create your own blocks for your user requirements. So now here, if you want to change the costume, you can change the costume here. So if you see here, this is called as the sprite in the Scratch. So everything you pick an object in the Scratch is called as the sprite. So see here, I can, if I click on the sprite, it will move round and round. And also if you want to change the sprite, you can change the sprite from here itself, clicking on this button. You can choose a different wide variety of the sprites. If you want a walking person, you can choose, and if you want any other thing, you can choose. And if you want apple, or any person, or the sports person, you can see the character is moving. And also you can see here, she is dancing. And also you can see these arrows, the arrows are changing its directions. And here the character is moving. And also if you see here, the Ellen is walking. And if you see here, when I placed on the ball, it's changing its colors. So, and also not animals and humans, you can also take lots of characters. Here you can see, if I place it on the bear is standing and walking, standing and walking. And also the way, if you want to take a character of an animal which is walking, you can take this animal. If you see here, there are some insects, and also there are some buildings. And we have lots of sprites, where we can create anything and everything. Also you can see the automobile. So whatever your game is, you can choose your game. Or if you want a specific thing, like if you want to go for the food, you have lots of varieties of sprites. And if you want to go for the sports, you can choose anything from here. See here, the girl is playing the game. And also see here, the footballer is running. So we have a wide variety of sprites, where we can choose and we can create our game. And this is the third thing, that is sounds. where if you want to create any sound for your animal, for your fruit like apple, or for your car like the car sound or your car horn. So you can create anything, any sounds here, or you can if you want to have your own costume or sprite, you can do that. So now this is the Scratch websites, and these are the menus, that is code for coding, and costume to change the costume for the sprite and also the background, and this thing is sound, where you are going to add the sounds for the characters. And mainly the Scratch website is divided into three parts, that is you can see the left part, the center part, and the right side part. Also these two parts up and down on the Scratch are both are same. So what is the left side means, if you want to take any code, you need to simply do one thing, just drag and drop. If you want to do anything, you can do just drag and drop. See here, I will explain some of the codes before starting or creating the game. See here, first of all we need to create an event. So how to create an event? This is the flag. So what if I have selected the flag, and then I'm saying to my cat or my sprite to turn 15 degrees in rotation. So what it will do, when I click here to the start, it will rotate to 15 degrees. See here, now the sprite position has been changed. And also if I want to have any other things like motion, okay, if I click on this, my Scratch will move forward in the forward direction. You can change the direction of the Scratch here, so I will explain these options also. If you want to change the direction of the Scratch, like the cat, like if the cat has to climb upside, you can change the direction. If the cat has to upside down, yes, you can do that. And also if you want to make your cat to walk downwards, or if you want to make your cat to move in the forward direction, you can do that. See here, in this way this works. And if I click on this, my cat will move forward. Or else you can change, you can have n number of events in here. If I take this and need to join both of these two, so when I hit this flag, it moves forward. See here, so I have done. When press space, it has to move in the forward direction. Now see, I have done that coding part. Now I will place my sprite in the middle. If I press the flag, it will move forward direction. So now we will start creating the games. So we'll start by creating a simple game, and then we'll move to a complex one. So let me just change the screen settings so that it could be visible to you, the whole screen. So I will remove this. So first of all, I would take one background. So how to take a background? See here, if I click, see here, I have now taken the background. If you see here, I have taken a grass, and also I have taken the blue sky and the bottom of the thing. Yeah, if I click on this down, so now we will start creating a simple game, that is uh, the tweet. That means I am choosing a bird. So I will do one thing, I would change the aspects here. So what I will do, I will just crop this. Just place this. Also I will just move this here. Also I will just change this to here, and I would just place these clouds one by one. So see, these are the first and foremost things we have to do, that is place the things in the order wise, and then we can start creating our game. Yes, so now we have done all that. Okay, yeah. So now what we are going to do, we are going to see in the big screen how it looks like. Yeah, now it looks good, as we have placed the background in the green color, we have placed the trees, and then we have placed the mud, and we have placed the soil. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to just change this. Yeah, so in this way we have created our background. So now what we have to do is, we have to take a sprite. So as I have said earlier, how to take the sprite, by clicking a button to choose the sprite on the right side bottom. Click on these, and if you see here, we have a lots of different sprites. First of all, we would choose a chick. We would just choose a chick, and we would just place this chick here. So if you see here, I will just enlarge the screen. See here, I have chosen the chick. and also I have placed the chick on the sand. Now what we have to do, we have to make the movement of the chick. uh, Before that we need to choose another sprite, that is the rock. So what we have to do, let's search for the rock. Yeah, we have found the rock. Okay, now see, I have chosen the rock also. As you can see, the chick and the rock is at same size. So now what we will do, we will decrease the size of the rock. So how can we decrease? We have to just type 80 now, or you can change to 70%. Yes, now we have done that. See here, now we have taken the background, and also we have taken the chick, and also we have taken the rock. So now what we have to do, now we have to make the movement. So whenever, if you see here, whenever the rock is moving and which is touching the chick, the game should end. Or else if the chick is jumping up and down and it misses touching the rock, then we should increase it by the point wise. So now what we have to do, we have to simply click this button and we'll start coding for that. So first of all, for the chick we have to do some of the things like when I press the space, so you don't have to worry, you just need to do drag and drop anywhere. If you want to do anything, you need to just do drag and drop, just drag and drop, drag and drop. See here how simply I'm just dragging and dropping all the code without doing anything. See here, if you want to move anything, just click on drag and drop. Yeah, how simple it is to create a game. Simply we have to do drag and drop, drag and drop. We don't have to type anything, simply drag and drop. So now let's begin to create the game. So first of all, we have taken when space key is pressed, what we have to do, we have to repeat that for the 10 times. So that means if I press the space, it has to repeat for the 10 times. So for that, what we have to do, we have to just take repeat here and place here for 10 times. So now when I press the space, it has to move, the chick has to move upward direction. So we have to click on the motion and we have to choose change by 15. So we will just do change by 15, and then what we are going to do, we are going to do the replica of this repeat. Just click on duplicate. Yeah, we have got the code. Now what we have to do, after 10 clicks, it has to move upward and downward direction. So see here, I will just enlarge this so that you could see in the big screen. When I click on the flag, see here, when I'm pressing the space, the rock is jumping. So in the same way, what we have to do, we have to change the settings so that the chick should jump now. So for the chick, what I will do, I will just go to the events and
press the space, and then I would go to the controls, repeat 10 times, and then I have to choose the motion, change y by 10. So why I am taking change y by 10 means, if you want to make any motion up and down, we have to choose y, or else if you want to change the motion forward and backward, we have to choose x. So here I am taking y because I have to move the chick up and down. So see here, I will just duplicate this, and then I will place here, and I will press minus, yes, and then we'll just remove this. Yeah, if I enlarge this, now if I click on the space, see here, the chick is now jumping as we have planned. See here, now the chick is moving up and down, moving up and down, moving up and down. Yeah, so in this way we have to do that. So now the second step, the first step we have taken is we have to choose a background, and we have to choose the sprite, that is chick and the rock. Now the second step was to make the movement of the chick up and down. And now what is the third step we have to do? The third step is we have to take a variable. That means if the chick is touching the stone, it has to stop, or else we have to make the score by 1. So we'll simply put 1 here at the bottom. Yes, we have done whatever we have to do. So now we have completed the chick part. So now what we are going to do, we have to do some more coding to the rock part. So what we have to do, we have to go to the events, when the flag is kicked, so we have to drag and drop whatever we want to do, and we have to choose the controls forever, because we have to move that whenever we want. And then we have to go to the motion to move left and right. So go x to y in this manner, and then I would just take, after 1 second it should go from, sorry, yeah, after 1 second it has to move from right to left. So after 1 second, let me check where it has to move. It has to move in this direction, left to right. So I would just change the direction, 193 to y to 16, yes. So now let me see if that thing is working or not. So what I have to do, I have to just enlarge the screen, and now just click on the flag to start the movement. See here, the rock is moving. As you can see, it is moving from right to left. You can see the rock is moving from the right to left. Now what we have to do, we have to make changes to the rock, so that when the rock is touching the chick, the game has to stop, or else it has to increase the score by 1. So now we'll stop this, and we'll see to develop the game. And now what we have to do, we have to simply take another event, and when the flag is clicked, to go to the controls, to say wait until we have to move the sentence touching the cheek to change here to the cheek. It has, the control has to stop every operation. Yeah, so let me check how this thing is working. See here, as you can see, now the rock has touched the cheek. Now the game has stopped. So see here, I will just do one more thing. See here, the score is increasing. When I touching the rock, the game has stopped. As you can see, the my variable, now the score has been increased to 7. So we have completed the 4 steps. We have to do the last and final step. We have to do last and final step, that is to make everything work as we have planned. So I would just take 15, and again I would take minus 15. Yes, we will see the opening. Now let me start this game. See here, 8, 9, 10, 11. See here now. So we have to do one thing, that is start the score from the 0. Initially it should start from the 0. So I will click on variables, set the variable to 0. Okay, set the variable to 0. That's it. Click on, now again click on stop, again start. See here, 1, 2. See, now we have successfully created our game. Yeah, so see here, we have successfully created our game. So see here, I will again start playing this game. If I click on this, it should move upwards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So in this way you can create a simple game within a couple of minutes without knowing any coding. Now what happened, when I touch the cheek with the rock, the game has been stopped. That means you have lost the game. So in this way we are going to create a game without no coding knowledge, without no coding background, just by simply dragging and dropping. Whatever we want to do, we have to just do one thing, that is drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. That's it. So whatever we want to do, we can do that simply by drag and drop. That's it. So now we have seen, and also we have learned something about the scratch. So what is the scratch? Scratch is used to create a 2D gaming, and this scratch is basic and which is perfect for the school kids and for the school students, and also which is helpful for the students who have no coding background or no programming language. In this way we have to create any game, or if you want to do any game, or else if you want to play the game which was already created in the scratch, you can play. So I think we have got lots of knowledge from this first part. So now what we will do, we'll simply create the second game that is much more interesting, that is the bowl game. So that means when the apple is caching by the bowl, it should increase by the variable 1. So that means our score should increase by 1, or else it should be in a stagnant position. So without the further ado, I will just close this first game, that is the chick and the rock. So I'll just remove all of these, and I will simply click on the chick and the rock, and I will just remove the background. So I will remove all the things. So now what I will do, I will just choose another background. Let me choose a background for our game. So okay, I will just choose this blue sky as my background for the second game. The second game is catching the apple. So if we catch the apple, it should increase our score by 1, or else it should not score. If we miss the apple, the score will be at the same stage. So now first thing, that is we have to choose the background. We have now choose the background, and then to go to the coding part, and now we'll just pick the apple. So see here, I have chosen the apple as my sprite, and then I have taken the blue sky as my background. Yes, you can see here I have taken the apple as my sprite, and then I have taken the blue sky as the background. Now we'll start making the second game with a few simple drag and drop steps, and then yes. So now we have taken the apple. So what we have to do for the first step is click on events, drag and drop when the flag is kicked. So from here we have to do that thing, and then we have to take the controls. So controls you can go for here forever, and then click on if, and click on the sensing. If touching, to just place touching here. Yes. So now we have done some coding part here. So the next thing is we have to choose another sprite, that is the ball. Place the ball here, and I will decrease the size of the apple to 75. Yeah, you can see here I have taken two sprites for this game. The first beginning was the apple, and now I have taken the another sprite, that is the bowl. Yeah, I have taken two things. Now let's start the coding part. Then I click on touching the bowl. So what we have to do, we have to change the score by 1. So change the variable by 1, and then it has to go to the random position. So we have to click on moments, go to random position. So we have to set the variable y to 180 degrees. Set the y to 180 degrees. Yes, we have done that. And the next thing is we have to do one more, that is when we click on the flag, you have to choose the controls forever, just drag and drop, and then change the y value change y by -5. Now just take if to change the operator. Y less than, take y just less than 170, and then have to do the same thing, that is to just duplicate this thing and will place here. Yes, so now this, if I click on the flag, yeah, so we have placed here. Now we will test when we click on the flag, it has to fall downwards towards the bowl. Yes, so see here we have chosen two of these. So click on here, it is moving in this position, it is falling. Yes, the same way. Now we have done. Now we have to choose one more thing, that is we have to increase the score. So this is the third step. What we'll do, we'll take a variable for the apple. We'll take a variable for the apple and set the score to 0. and then change the variable by 1. Okay, now if I enlarge this, see here, you can see now I have taken in the third step, I have taken the variable. If I click on now start, if I click on press here, see here, as you see, the score has increased to 1. The score has increased to 1. So in order to score more, what we have to do is we have to move the ball to left and right in order to catch. So I will again show that to you. Enlarge this, click on stop, see here 1. Yes, it is working. And now we have to do the fourth step, that is we have to make the ball to move left and right. Yes, what we have to do, we have to make the ball to move left and right so that we could easily catch our apple. So first, that what we have to do, we have to click on events, just click on the flag, and then we have to go to the controls. The controls we have to choose forever, drag and drop, and then we have to choose if we have to choose the condition, and what we have to do, if the key is pressed, it has to move even left or right. So for that we have to do, when the key is pressed, when the right arrow is pressed, now to make the motion to move right 10. So just copy this, duplicate, and just changing left to -10. Yes, now we have successfully done that. So now let's check again if this game is working as we have designed. So now we have completed the game within a few minutes. See here, it is moving in this direction. See here, I'm catching the apple. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can see now how the score is increased on the top left corner while I'm catching the apple. See here, now I'm catching the apples. Let me play to score 50 and then I will stop. Yeah, now I've crossed the score 50. Now I will just do one thing. I will not catch the apple. See, if I'm not catching the apple, now the score has been stopped. Yes, now we have successfully created the game, that is catching the apple. So now what we are going to do, we have to say something that if you miss the apple without catching, it should say you lost. So for that, what we have to do, click on the apple, touching the ball, see this one. So now we'll do one thing, that is keeping the else and say you lost. Yes, we have taken you have lost, and then I will change the variable name to score. Make a variable that is score. Just remove this variable. Yes, I will keep at this top right. Now we will see how the final game is working. So if I click on this flag, if I catch the apple with the ball, my score should increase by 1. If I again catch the apple, it should increase to 2. If I catch the third apple, my score should increase to 3. If I catch the fourth apple, my score should increase to 4. If I catch the fifth one, my score should increase to 5. In that same way, if I catch apple to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, my score should increase to n number of times. And if we are not catching the apple, that means if you are missing the apple, the game should stop. So now let's play the game. Sorry, one more moment, just remove here. Yes, yeah. So now let's start playing the game that we have created. Yes, so here now we are catching the apple, but one thing, we'll stop here and change the variable, change the score to one thing. Yes, now we will start the game. One, now you can see here, now I'm catching the apples and I'm increasing the score. Let's play this game to reach 100. Then we will see what happens if we are not catching the apple. Yeah, now once again we'll start here. To start the apple, we need to take the positions of the apple. Because it's a little bit slower, so I'm changing the steps to 15. Now if you click on large and start playing the game, yeah, catching apple. Yes, see here, and my score also is increasing. 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. see, I have now made my score to 69. So one more time, let's play the game. To ensure that the game which we have created, that is working fine. C1. Yeah, now I lost the game. Now I made my score 253. So in this way we can create the games in Sprite. So even the school kids from class 5, 6 and 7 or 8, they are creating wonderful games using the Scratch by just dragging or dropping. And also the school children are enjoying their classes and also learning and gaining more knowledge and how to create games and how to learn the programming skills. Now I hope you have, by this two gamings we have learned much more. First one was the rock and the chick. When we press a key, the chick has to jump upside. If the chick is touching the rock, it has to stop the game, or else if the chick has jumped over the rock, it has to increase the score by 1. And the second, if the rock is again moving in the same direction and if the chick misses the rock again, it has to increase the score by 2. And the second game we have seen the apples which are falling from the sky and we are catching the apples with the bowl. So here what we are doing, we are creating a bowl that is going to catch our apple. If we catch one apple, our score should increase by 1. If you are catching the second apple, the score should increase by 2. If you are catching the third apple, the score should increase by 3. If you are catching the fourth apple, the score should increase by 4. So on, it should increase the score. So now without the further ado, we will just move to create the third and the final game that we have discussed in our agenda. So the first two games was a little bit easier to create, but here now we will take some complex game, that is the maze game. So most of the people like to play the maze games, so I will just remove all these previous games, or else I will just do one thing. I will just click on the new. Yeah, now we have opened a new project to create the third game. Now we will do one thing, we will remove the sprite and we will choose a backdrop. So I would take the backdrop from my system itself, because if you don't find something, we can download and we can choose. So I would just take this backdrop from my system and I will just place import. Yeah, if you see here, I have chosen a backdrop. As you can see, I have chosen a backdrop, that is the maze. So I will just do further editing so that it could be easier for us. So I would just remove the first backdrop and I would just make this background a little bit more appealing. So for that, what we have to do, we have to just take this image and place this at the right side corner. Yes, and also we'll do a little more thing because this is the custom background we are choosing, so whatever we want to do we can do that in the custom background. And I would just place this a little above, or else even I could shrink the size. As you can see, I have just made the size smaller. So I will do once again how to minimize the background. I have to just select the background and we have to shrink the background. See here. So now I have taken a maze game, as you can see on the screen. Yes. So there is a maze box and we have to pass through this maze. If we pass through this maze, we can say that he is the winner, or if I am playing, if I pass this maze, I am the winner. If you are playing, you can say that you are the winner. So you can see the red button shows you have to start from this point, from the red arrow mark, and then we have to move to the green arrow mark. You can see here at the bottom right of the maze. So we have two points, that is the starting point and the ending point. So now let's create our maze game. So what we have to do, first of all we have to choose a sprite. Okay, so what I will do, I would just choose a ball. So I have just chose the ball. I will place here and I would just make 215. So sorry, it's more smaller. Let's make it 25. Is not enough, so we just take 30. Now I have made a ball. As you can see, I have placed inside the maze. So whenever we are designing a game like a maze, our sprite has to be small so that it could pass throughout the maze. So you can see here I'm pointing to a ball on the screen. As you can see, I have placed a ball. So now what we have to do, we have to move that ball whatever direction we like, so that it would be easy for us to play the maze game. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll start the coding part. So this maze game is a little bit more harder to create compared to the other two games. So first of all we have to choose the events. So we have to choose the 4 events, that is when we click the up button, when we click the down button, when we have clicked the right button, and when we have clicked the left button. So why I'm choosing all this left right, because we have to move the ball to left right up and down. So we have chosen the up arrow, we have choose to down arrow, and we have choose the left arrow. and you'll choose the right arrow. Yeah, we have done all the things which we have to do. Now what we have to do, we have to create, now we'll create each and everything. So as you can see, I have taken 4 events, that is to move left, to move right, to move up direction, to move downward direction, so that it would be easy for us to move the ball inside the maze. So how we are going to play a maze game? We are just going right, left, up and down. So that means forward, backward, right side, left side. So in this way we will create a maze game. So we'll start the maze game by creating, first of all, if the arrow is pressed upside, what we have to do, we have to move the position of Y. So we'll go to the motions and we'll say the 10 to move up by 1 position, because we have to move slowly, or else if you touch the walls we'll fail to pass the game. So if what we'll do, sensings, if touching the color, so here we have to choose the color on the maze. So let me choose the color on the maze, that is the green color, sorry, the red black color. So if touching to the maze, what we have to do, it has to say you lost. Just say, drag and drop, you have lost the game. After that, what it has to do, it has to make the person to start once again, because he has failed to pass the maze. So now we will choose another one, that is go X and Y, to the arrow mark, go X and Y to the arrow mark. Go X and Y to the arrow mark. Yes, now. So now we have created something, that is when we press the up arrow, it has to move upwards, or when we press the up arrow, it has to move in the forward direction. So in the same way, what we have to do, we have to do for the downward also. So what I will do, I will just take the replica of this to here. I will take a duplicate, then I place here. When I change the direction, it should move -1, because it has to move backward, or change the color, you have to lost, and it should say the same thing. And now what we have to do, we have to do for the left arrow and the right arrow. So for the left and the right arrow, it's something different. So we'll say, just duplicate this thing and place here. And then also what we have to do, we have to change the X direction by 1. Change the X direction by 1, and then to change again, duplicate and then place it here. Yeah, and we have to change the Y direction to -1. So let's see, we have done the coding. Now let's open the game. Let's see to check if the ball is moving to the left direction or right direction. So if I click the flag, see here, now the ball is moving. Yes, the ball is moving whatever direction. So let's change it to -1, because it has to go to the left. Yeah, So let's see. We'll start from here. See here. Now if I'm pressing the right key, you can see here it is moving in the rightward direction. If I'm pressing the downward button, it's moving downwards. If I'm again pressing upwards, it is moving upwards. And then if I'm pressing left, it's moving to the left. Yeah. So now let's start playing this game. So first of all, we'll start to finish this game. You can see here I'm starting playing this game and I'm moving this ball. And we should remember one thing, that is we should not touch the walls, because if we touch the walls we will lose. So let's see what if we'll touch the ball. See here, now I accidentally and willingly touched the screen and it shows we have lost. That means we have failed to pass this game. So we'll try one more time. We'll try one more time to pass this game. So let's see. So now I will just try not to touch the walls. Now see, I'm at my ending point, and let me do one thing. Oh, it's about to touch. Yeah, sorry, I should play very well to end the game. Okay, now see how the controls are moving. Let me play. Yes. See, now I have completed playing the game successfully. So in this way we are going to create the games in this. So let me play once again. If I touch at the ending point also, it has to stop the game. So previously we have completed, but let's see, if I touch at the ending point, it has to stop the game. So let me play once again. Okay, to move upwards. Okay, let's touch at this point. Yeah, let's touch at this point. So if I touch the walls of the block, what it should say? It should say you lost. Let's check one second the game is working or not. Yes, it's now shows you have lost the game. So in this way we can create the games, we can play the games, and we'll have fun in creating the games. So I hope all the students and also the teachers and also the school children who are have watching this tutorial for creating the games have, I think they have enjoyed a lot and they have learned something, how to create the games in the scratch, and how we are going to create by just dragging and dropping the controls, the events, the sensings and all that, and just placing in an order to make the game as we have planned. So now we have as the agenda we have completed. That is the first thing, what is scratch. The scratch is a website or a tool that is used to create a two-dimensional games. And then the second is how to create the games. We are going to create the games by just dragging and dropping without having any coding knowledge. And the school children or the students who wants to create the games, they don't have to start, I mean they don't need to have the coding skills or the programming skills. They need to have the knowledge how to create the games, and they can create n number of games. So in this way we are going to create, and let's see the further things. See yeah, we'll just start the website again to see what are the games which was developed by the school children and school students, so that it gives you an idea. See here, these are the games and ideas created by the school children itself. So you can see how many lots of games they have created. You can see the first line, that is Scratch is the world's largest free coding community for the kids, where you can learn to code. And then you can see explore. See here, so you can learn lots of things and you can gain lots of knowledge for the gaming and also the coding part. See here, there are lots and lots of games. Also if you see here, let me choose one game that is being created by the school children. And I want to tell one more thing, that is they don't even have the coding knowledge or anything. So they just learn the scratch and then they started to make their own games. So let's see, let me pick one game. Okay, let's take this what we'll call see here how many games has been created by the children. I think there are more than thousands of games are being created by the school children and also the school students. You can see here there are lots of games which have been created by them. So let's see, I would like to just play this game. Okay, the server is not allowing, so let's choose another game. Okay, let's choose this game. This looks exciting to me, that is pollution. Yeah, it's loading, creating the blocks. So anyway, we can in the games we can learn to create the games, and if you have ideas, we are here to help you to how to create the game and how to start learning the coding game. So I hope I have enjoyed this section. So I will just close this Scratch. Yeah, so thank you all, thank you for making this Scratch tutorial successful, and I hope you have enjoyed a lot. And I'm GC Rahul, and I'll put a number here for more details. Just a moment. For any details you can just call to this number. Yeah, just a moment, I will just paste the things here. So website address, that is mjit.in. So this is our official website where you can get lots of information about the courses you are required or you want to learn. Also if you want to have a conversation, you can just call to this number. Details, call. So this is the number where you can call and you can have the details for the course which you are looking for. So the number is 90034197005. Sorry, 05. Yeah, 90034197005. So these, for website you can just go and check our website, and if you want any details, this is the student mentor number, and if you want to have any details you can just copy that. So I will just pause this screen for 1 minute to take the details. So yeah, so that is the website MJIT.in, Mahojase Institute of Technology, and our director Hiran Rambabu is our director of MJIT and he runs the institute. And the below number is for the details, 90034197005. This is our student mentors number. You can take it and you can call this number, and if you want to have any class details or if you want to learn the programming language, or if you are a very beginner like the students or school students who wants to explore the world by creating the games and learning the games through the programming, we welcome you all to our MJIT, and you can contact to this number for more details and also more courses. So thank you all, thank you so much for making our scratch section so successful. And I'm GC Rahul. I'm signing off. Let's close this.